Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Hey guys, today I want to go over a topic that I want to call pain and productivity. Now, pain is an interesting thing, right? We all go through it, and we all go through it for a variety of different reasons. Many of us have things in our childhoods, our pasts, our current, our present, and of course even our future that we have experienced and will experience pain. And pain can come in many forms. Pain can come, from, pinching or hurting your body, right? Pain can come from an emotional standpoint. Pain can come from a mental standpoint, or all the above, right? And pain can come from challenges, adversity, and a lot of different things. But I don't really want to talk about where pain comes from. I want to talk about what to do with pain. Because, as I said, I do believe everybody experiences it in some form or another and to various degrees. But what we do with it, in my opinion, really matters. As I've explained in other videos, I've been through a wide variety of painful experiences, traumatic experiences, challenges. I've had lawyers, I've had CPAs, I've had friends tell me that my life has been a little bit like a movie. And I say that in the aspect of I've just been through some crazy life experiences. But the point I want to get to is what I did with the pain along the way, I believe helped me to get to where I am today. Okay? Now, what I mean by that is I am not immune to pain. I feel it all the time. In fact, I have quite a bit of it. Right? I'm not immune to anxiety. I actually struggle with anxiety a lot. I don't talk about it a lot on social media, but I actually have struggled with anxiety, severe anxiety, my whole life. I've just learned how to manage it. I've learned how to not let it control me, not let people manipulate it. It's just become a part of my life. And I've struggled with a lot of different things. So what I'm saying is I'm human, just like you. But I chose at a really young age to put my pain into productivity as fuel. So I use my pain as fuel for my productivity. Okay? Now, what does that look like? Right? That looks like when I used to see a bill, right? We all get them. We all have bills. When I used to see a bill, I used to see it and freak out, just like everyone else, okay? And it would cause me anxiety. It would cause me fear. It was hard, right? Just like it is for you. And so what would I do? Well, I guess the difference is I would look at that bill and I would start to go, okay, do I have the money for it, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, so I'm feeling anxious about it. All right, well, let's say I didn't have the money for it. I would then, or did or didn't, right? Regardless of whether I did or didn't have the money for it, what I would do next was try to wire my brain to get rid of the anxious portion and wire it into something positive. I would say, okay, all right, I'm feeling anxious about this. Well, how about I just go do a task in my life that I need to get done and that could be productive to my bank account? So at various stages of my life, I've had a business since I was 16. And if you watch all my videos, there's a video about a little bit of my story. It'll tell you about that. And so I've always just kind of turned to my business as a means of being productive. So if I was stressed about a bill, I would go find something I could do in my business that could help be productive towards the business, earning more money, etc. That in turn helped me personally, at least, wire my brain so that every time there was something to do with money that would stress me out, I would go into something productive. Why? Now, I want to be clear why I did this, okay? Because I've seen a lot of people in my life who they they get stressed and they get anxious and they tend to shut down. They tend to even melt down sometimes, right? Anxiety can do that. Trust me, I understand, okay? But rather than let anxiety or fear or just emotions in general control me, I wanted to control it. So that's where my productivity came into play, because I've watched people in my life go watch a movie. And I'm guilty of this at times too, when it's gotten really bad in my life. But go watch a movie instead of getting something done, like something in their business, something for school, something for work, something around the house. Right? They go watch a movie. They crack open something of leisure, a book that they shouldn't be doing right now. They should be doing that task. Right? I didn't want to be like that. You know, I've spent a lot of time doing more reading to help personally develop myself than TV, because I believe that's more productive. Right? For me, pain in whatever various form it came through was the greatest fuel. I mean, like I said, I've had traumatic experiences. I've had experiences that I really don't think any human should go through. Okay, but rather than let those pains and those traumas hold me back in life, I just chose to say, okay, look, I can't change this. It's bad, right? I can't change it though. And if I can't change it, I can at least let it fuel me and push me towards the future I want. Okay? That's important, because pain, honestly, in my opinion, can be one of the best fuels you're ever going to find. It is such a motivator. Okay? Pain can motivate you to get off that couch, to go get into the car and drive somewhere you need to drive, to crack open the book you've been avoiding for homework, to go talk to your boss at work when you've been needing to talk to something, or a coworker, or go talk to the family member or friend that you haven't talked to about something that you need to. If you let it fuel you, the key is you have to accept the pain for what it is, and then let it fuel you. You have to accept you can't change it. You have to accept that you are better than whatever caused you the pain. Whatever experience is holding you back, you just have to accept that it doesn't need to control you. It doesn't need to rule your life. It doesn't need to have any effect on your life. Now, that's easier said than done, I get it, but put it into practice. Okay? The next time you are anxious about something, the next time you're a little afraid of something, the next time you're thinking negative about something, go do something productive. Let that pain, whatever's going on in your mind, let it fuel you and see where that goes. I think you'll find that you'll start to, if you keep doing this, rewire your brain like I did mine, keep doing productive things. And productivity has changed for me over time. Okay, I used to build websites in the beginning of my business. And then I went from websites to forming contact lists and all sorts of stuff, building applications, all sorts of stuff, reading, personal development. I would let pain fuel me into productivity of personal development. Believe it or not, I had terrible social skills as a kid and a teenager and a young adult. Really terrible social skills. If you know me online, then just know in my past, I didn't have the social skills that you might think I have, and I do believe I have now. I had to let that anxiety, let that pain kind of fill me a little bit, and then just accept, okay, well, I can't change that that's how I was. That's how I grew up, and I wasn't taught X, Y, Z, but I can change what I do next about it. And so I did. I went and cracked open some books. I let that pain fuel me, cracked open some books, practiced my communication, and got better and better and better at my social skills, right? Okay, so this is another good one. In 2016, I lost friends. I pretty much lost a marriage, okay? That was really painful. Losing friends and marriages, super painful. Family members hated me. They just misunderstood me. Okay, and everyone in my life at that time was going through a crazy, crazy time themselves. Okay, it was not a good time for a lot of my friends, my family, and definitely me. But I kind of took a look at life around that time. And if you're going through a time in life right now where you are noticing that everybody's in pain or you're in pain and just things aren't good, let that pain fuel you. Let that pain drive you to do the next thing, and don't get overwhelmed. This is another key. Don't get overwhelmed by the whole picture of what you want to accomplish or what you think you need to do. Don't get overwhelmed. Break it down step by step. Start from the end. Imagine in detail, okay? Imagine in detail what the desired life you want, the desired result, what you want to achieve. Imagine in very good detail. Then break down backwards, okay? Detail by detail how you need to get plugged into that, how you need to get started with that, how you're going to make that happen, okay? Detail by detail. Go backwards, backwards, till you have the next step, the next step. If you need to, make a list. The next step, the next step, the next step, and just keep going step by step. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed by the whole picture. Take it step by step, and you'll find halfway through, you'll get halfway through the list, and you'll be like, this wasn't that hard. It's the anticipation of things. It's the buildup of things that really gets us into that negative space, that fear space, that anxious space, okay? So you guys, let pain fuel your productivity. Let it help you accomplish your goals. Don't let it hold you back. And if you have any questions or comments, please make sure to put them below so that we can talk about them. And I'd love to hear what you think about this. So thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next video.